Hello. And at the beginning of 2021, a case in the Philippines caused quite a stir among the public. A tall, beautiful flight attendant celebrated New Year's Eve with 11 men. After a wild night, a girl mysteriously died while lying in the bathtub. As a result, the 11 men naturally became suspect. However, police later revealed that the group of men were all gay and they were all acquitted. The case sparked lively discussions on the internet with many speculations and different opinions. So, what happened that night? Next, I will take you back to the details of the case and New Year's Eve 2021. The story took place in Manila. Manila is the capital and most populous city of the Philippines. It is known for many famous tourist spots associated with its long history and is also a fashion shopping paradise. The main character of the story is Christine Angelica Dacera. She was born on April 13, 1997 in General Santos, Philippines. She was the second of 4 children in her family. From a young age, Christine was very beautiful and constantly received compliments from neighbors. Besides her appearance, she was also very diligent in her studies, making her the ideal child in the eyes of many parents. After finishing high school, she attended Mindanao University in the Philippines. Christine had a cheerful personality and often shared her life on social media. Additionally, she actively participated in beauty contests, dancing, and modeling, achieving good results. In 2017, she participated in the Miss Universe Philippines pageant and won the runner-up title. For the next 2 years, Christine continued to be active in modeling and beauty but had not yet made a name for herself. She then shifted her goal to a job many girls dream of, becoming a flight attendant. Because Christine was truly excellent, she easily passed the selection process and officially became a flight attendant for Philippine Airlines in 2019. To facilitate her job, she moved to Manila, the capital of the Philippines. After becoming a flight attendant, Christine had a very happy life. She frequently shared beautiful pictures of herself on social media. With her tall, beautiful, and sweet appearance, she quickly gained over 160,000 fans and became a minor celebrity on social media. On December 28, 2020, Christine posted a photo with the caption, "Last flight of the year." That flight turned out to be the last flight of her life. December 31st, 2020, was an unusual day for many people because crossing over zero meant a new year and a new beginning for everything. Christine also decided to do something special for this day. After thinking it over, she planned to invite a few friends to celebrate New Year's Eve together. Coincidentally, 3 of her friends suggested going out to play. The meeting place was the 4-star City Garden Hotel in Makati City. That day, Christine checked into the hotel with 3 friends, Romeo, Galito, and John. They registered to stay in room 2209. Initially, it was just a small party with 4 people, but her 3 friends invited 8 more people to join the party. These 8 people checked into room 2207, right next to room 2209. Notably, Christine did not know these 8 people. Apart from her, the remaining 11 people were all men. You can imagine how crazy the scene was at a party with just 1 girl and 11 men. They partied until 6 a.m. After a wild night, the 12 people fell asleep. In a blink of an eye, it was 10 a.m. the next day. Galito was the first to wake up. He groggily walked into the bathroom and saw Christine lying in the bathtub. He thought she had drunk too much the previous night and slept there. Instead of waking her up, he covered her with a blanket and went back to sleep on the bed. By noon, he woke up again and went to the bathtub to check if Christine had woken up. From a distance, he saw her face had a strange blue color. Sensing something was wrong, he checked her breathing and was stunned because she had passed away. He hurriedly called his 2 friends, Goodman and John, for help. The 3 of them, never having experienced anything like this, were very panicked. Initially, they tried to perform CPR to save her, but it didn't work. Immediately after, they, along with the hotel staff, rushed her to Makati Hospital. The hospital concluded that she had died before being brought in. The cause of death was a ruptured aortic aneurysm. On January 2, 2021, a forensic doctor conducted an autopsy, and the result coincided with the hospital's conclusion that she died of a ruptured aortic aneurysm. However, the forensic department also found bruises and scars on her right arm, right thigh, knee, and ankle. There were also scratches on her inner thigh. More importantly, there were scratches and tears in her private area. These signs indicated that Dacera might have been severely assaulted before she died, leading to the ruptured aortic aneurysm. Makati City Police Chief Harold Depositar concluded it was a criminal case, possibly caused by the 11 men she was with, and they all became suspect. Sperm traces were also found in Dacera's body, which was important physical evidence for the nature of the case. Philippine National Police Chief Debold Sinas said, "We have arrested 3 of them. 8 others are being hunted down." He also urged the remaining 8 to surrender within 72 hours, or the consequences would be severe. As soon as the information was released, the incident caused a commotion in the Philippines. Flight attendant and 11 men had a wild night, ending with the death of the flight attendant. People were buzzing about the story, many condemning the 11 men and hoping the police would severely punish them. Some others criticized Dacera for her reckless partying. Logically, the police had announced the conclusion of the case, and now it was just a matter of arresting the suspects and interrogating them. But what people didn't expect, that the case took a new turn. The 3 suspects, after being arrested by the police, continuously claimed their innocence. They stated that they were very close to Dacera and would never think of harming her. They said Dacera died naturally, and it had nothing to do with them. They even confessed that they only cared about men and had no interest in women. They were all gay, and Dacera knew this, which is why she was willing to hang out with them. They drank a lot that night, but that was all. They didn't do anything to her. They also revealed that the 8 friends they invited were also gay. They didn't like women and wouldn't have done anything to Dacera. At that time, many insiders spread news on the internet, stating that the suspects only cared about men and had no criminal record. The families of the 11 suspects also began speaking out. They doubted the police's ability to handle the case and accused the police of drawing conclusions without investigation. It was ridiculous. The police were also a bit confused as to why so many homosexuals suddenly appeared. Could the case have been misjudged? Revisiting the issue, the police investigation indeed had some shortcomings and inconsistencies. First, the police stated that there was sperm found in Dacera's body, but they had not conducted any DNA comparison with the suspects or making a direct conclusion. This was strange. Secondly, although the forensic report could prove that Dacera had injuries on her body, they could not determine how those injuries were inflicted. Furthermore, by extracting the hotel's surveillance camera footage, it could be seen that Dacera was actively engaging in rooms 2207 and 2209, showing a very relaxed demeanor without any signs of coercion. At 11:38 p.m. on December 31st, Dacera was seen holding a wine glass and chasing after 2 men from room 2207 to room 2209. During this time, she also called her mother and said she was having a wonderful New Year's Eve at the hotel. At 2:50 a.m., Dacera was seen holding hands with a man, looking happy, leaving room 2209. At 2:52 a.m., the same man brought Dacera back to the door of room 2209. The 2 of them kept ringing the doorbell and knocking on the door. At that moment, Dacera intentionally kissed the man, who appeared to be reluctant and tried to press the doorbell with his hand. That man was Gumman, one of her 3 friends. At 4:13 a.m., Dacera, appearing drunk and stiff, was carried back to room 2209 by another man. At 6:23 a.m., the camera captured Dacera again being carried back to room 2209, looking drunk. Besides the camera footage, there was another photo taken by her friend before she passed away, showing her sitting in front of the toilet in a drunken state and flashing a V sign with her fingers. After the surveillance video was released, many people believed that Dacera's friends were trustworthy. They continuously took care of her and brought her back to her room safely, without any signs of criminal behavior. Based on these findings, police released the 3 individuals and changed their stance, stating that the samples taken from Dacera might have been contaminated due to the embalming process before the autopsy. Dacera's death was attributed to natural causes, unrelated to the 11 men. This development left many Filipinos astonished. After initially hearing the police conclude the case and announce a manhunt for the suspects, suddenly, all of them were declared innocent and unrelated to the case. It was truly comical. Following the announcement, people began criticizing the police for their inefficiency. Some even suspected that the Philippine police and the 11 suspects were colluding, as all 11 suspects had wealthy backgrounds. Many believed that their families had used money and influence to pressure the police. The public then exerted pressure on the police and the government, demanding a thorough investigation and zero tolerance for corruption. With numerous injuries on her body, Dacera's family believed that she had been drugged and abused. Even though Dacera had been buried, her mother expressed willingness to exhume her daughter's body for further examination if necessary. The family also accused the police and medical examiners of misconduct. The death certificate stating the body had been embalmed prior to the autopsy was clearly inaccurate and contradictory. They argued that the police had been negligent and filed a lawsuit. Dacera's mother even appealed to the president of the Philippines to seek justice for her daughter. On January 27, 2021, after a long period of investigation, Philippine National Bureau of Investigation held a second hearing and released the final forensic report. The report indicated that her heart weighed 500 grams, whereas a normal person's heart weighs around 300 grams. Additionally, signs of internal bleeding were found in her kidneys, with the cause of death confirmed as an aortic aneurysm, ruling out foul play. It was suggested that excessive drinking and excitement could have raised her blood pressure, leading to this condition. The police also found some white powder in the hotel room, but upon examination, it was just salt, not drug. Separate tests on the 11 suspects also showed no abnormality. No drugs were found in Dacera's system, only residues of high blood pressure medication. The police couldn't determine how the bruises on her body were inflicted. However, her 3 friends mentioned that they might have bumped into each other due to intoxication. Additionally, during the process of transporting her to the hospital, the hotel provided a wheelchair as she couldn't sit, which might have caused some abrasion. On April 23, 2021, the police released a 19-page investigation report stating that the evidence provided was insufficient to prove this was a homicide. Her friends had performed CPR and sought help from the hotel immediately after finding her, and they had no motive to commit a crime. Ultimately, the police officially dismissed the charges against the 11 suspects due to lack of evidence, closing the case. Although the case was officially closed, public opinion continued. Dacera's family still accused the 11 men of crimes and lying. 5 of the 11 men also filed counterclaims against Dacera's family for falsely accusing and defaming them online. On February 7, 2022, more than a year after Dacera's death, the police dismissed all charges related to her death. They also indirectly informed the public that the case was closed, urging them not to waste any more time and effort on it. The reason for the sudden turnaround in the case was the person in charge, Harold Depositar. He had made arbitrary statements immediately, declaring it a murder case and identifying the 11 men as the culprits without a thorough investigation, which was clearly irresponsible. Additionally, the autopsy report by medical examiner Michael Sarmiento was neither tight nor accurate enough, resulting in both being dismissed. The incident occurred during the pandemic, with initial policies allowing only 2 people per room. However, the City Garden Hotel allowed them to host a party, leading to a 6-month business suspension and a fine of 10,000 pesos. It is noteworthy that most people criticize Dacera when reading related articles. While she might have enjoyed partying, it wasn't a reason for her death. This could serve as a cautionary tale, reminding people to be more careful, and the victim should not be blamed, nor should anyone be condemned for not valuing their life. The case of Christine Angelica Dacera has left many unanswered questions and much pain for her family and friends. Regardless of the final outcome of the investigation, we hope that justice will be served and the truth come to light. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the next videos. Please leave your thoughts in the comments section so we can discuss this case together. Goodbye, and see you in the next video.